Hello, before I pan the camera to the left and show you what this is, we're going to talk a little bit about my last Apex payouts because I took a $40,000 payout February 12th, and then I was going to blow the accounts because, as you guys know, Apex rolled out the new rules, no payout denials, updated consistency rule, all this good stuff, right? Apex is goated right now. And they remained the 20 accounts. You can still have 20 accounts, which is just fucking, I don't even know how they're gonna make money. But regardless, I was planning to blow these accounts. So I went super heavy and I hit MAE. If you guys don't know what MAE is, just like if you lose 30% of your buffer unrealized, you hit an MAE and you have to reset the payout cycle. And so I hit that, but I didn't blow the accounts. My payout cycle reset. So I was like, do I blow them? I have a decent buffer. Or do I just take the next payout? And so I tried. And I got my 5 $50 winning days, but after hitting MAE, they changed the $50 to $150. I wasn't aware of this. And so I needed a new payout cycle again. Basically skipping one payout cycle, which sucks, but happens, okay. So I hit the $150 days, and then I was at the buffer, and then I needed like $23 more apparently, because I had to only withdraw everything that I made after hitting MAE. So I had to basically make $2,000 after MAE, which I hadn't done because I only went for winning days. And it was all a bit confusing, right? These old accounts, they have the old rules, which are a bit confusing. The new accounts have new rules, which are very straightforward. No payout denials, 50% consistency, no MAE rule, no more 5-to-1 rule. Very simple. That's why I was trying to get rid of these. Anyways, I got the payout and I requested it March 12th, which was yesterday. So yeah. Anyways, welcome back. So I'll just show you guys right now what's behind me. A lot of you guys probably know already, but I got a Ferrari. Now, the video that I made like 2 months ago, I was talking about some like monies and everything and blah, blah, blah. Like, and then I also said, will I backtrack on this and buy a Ferrari? Yes, of course. And here's the Ferrari. And now we're here. And so I thought, what better place and time to do a little psychology lesson. Not only that, but I want to kind of go over like my canon events, the reasons that I got into trading in the first place, right? I genuinely can't believe that this is real. This does not look real. This looks like a green screen, or AI, but I swear, bro, I swear it's real. Look. I could start it up, but I would die from the fucking exhaust. But yeah, this genuinely does not feel real, all right? It's just a supercar, relax. Now, why does this not feel real? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. It is just so bizarre. I would look at people on social media 3-4 years ago and be like, wow, that would be nice, but never gonna happen. But it happened. Like, I was looking at this exact car, the Ferrari 812 Superfast. I swear to God, like 4 years ago, dream car. I would see this ripping through a tunnel, I'll be like, God damn, I need that. How the fuck am I gonna get it though? Like, it's never gonna happen. I was still in college, like I was gonna get a degree, get a job, all this stuff. Like, did I believe that I was ever gonna get this? Fuck no. Fuck no. Never. And now, like, here it is, bro. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. But yeah, it is genuinely crazy what you can achieve if you just start doing something and you keep doing that thing and you get better at that thing, right? It is genuinely mind-boggling. I don't really understand what I've done, what this is. Also, I bought it cash because I couldn't get a loan. Like I couldn't get financing for it. So I had to buy it cash, which is like even crazier. Is it a smart investment? Maybe not, but there's war in the world, bro. I might explode in 2 months. Who knows? I can afford this car, so I'm gonna buy the car. It was my dream. I can now experience my dream before I potentially blow up. Of course I'm gonna spend money on the car. So yeah, anyways. I wanted to talk a little bit about what got me into trading and kind of the canon events that I had leading up to this. So first off, I don't think I've told this story, but in 2020, I managed to turn $2,000 into $100,000 on a crypto meme coin. All right. Now I was 19 at the time and I was broke. Guess what happened though? I rode that $100,000 all the way back down to $2,000. I thought I was good. Listen, like I know $100,000 now is it's not gonna make you good, but like back then I was 19, bro. I had no money. I was like still in high school or like barely started college, I think. And like $100,000 to me was like so bizarre. I was like, I'm never gonna have a mortgage. I was stupid, but like that was genuinely where my head was at. And then all of that got taken away from me in a week. I watched that coin just die. And it was horrible. For the next 3 years, I didn't really sleep that well because $100,000, bro, that's like, if I would have gotten an entry-level job, that would have been like 3 years of salary, right? Which is one thing, right? But then it would have probably been way more because when you get a salary, you're not able to save any money. All your money goes to rent and car insurance bullshit. And so when you have a normal salary, you're not able to save shit in today's economy. Either you spend money on rent, mortgage, car payments, car insurance, whatever it may be. You're not left with that much money, right? You're left with jack shit every single month. So it would have probably taken me realistically 10 years to save up $100,000, and all that got ripped apart, like ripped away from me in a matter of a week. It was bad. It was horrible, and it fucked up my perception of money. But this turned out to be a good thing. Hear me out. This fucked up my perception of money so bad that I believed that money could be printed from thin air. Thin air, right? Which is what I'm doing right now. I'm literally printing money out of thin air. These Apex accounts, I can show you the receipts later. I can put them on the screen. I bought these in December. In December, that's 4 months ago now, and I passed them. Wait, it's 3 months ago. Exactly 3 months ago, I bought these and passed them. And I have withdrawn over $100,000 from these accounts. I spent below $2,000 for them. If that's not printing money, I don't know what is. So at that point, obviously it felt like shit, but it changed my perception of everything. And most importantly, it pissed me off because I had seen that money, visualized everything that I could do with it, and then I watched it get taken away from me. That pissed me off. And this all happened in the matter of a couple of months, right? From 2K to 100K happened in a couple of months. So this was like very fast money. Looking back at it now, I'm happy that I didn't get that money. I am so grateful and happy that I was not able to withdraw $100,000 when I was 19 because I genuinely would have spent it on dumb shit. Now, in hindsight, I'm much more grateful that I can sit here with the lesson, right? that was my introduction to trading, right? Psychology and all this stuff. And it taught me a huge lesson, which was to, first of all, not be that greedy. I was sitting there thinking like 10 mil, fuck it. 4, 5 mil at least, right? And then I'll sell some. It's just, you would have to be so like retardedly lucky for that to be possible. And so is it realistic? No. Now, should I have taken some partials and I could still walked away with a lesson? Yes. But in hindsight, nothing I can do, right? Done is done, nothing I can do. But it pissed me off and it put me in a shitty situation mentally, first of all. I was getting depressed. I was struggling to sleep for the next 3 years, all right? So fast forward 3 years. I went to college and I tried to get a degree in real estate and law, right? Just a bachelor's degree. Now, in 2023, I actually got kicked out because me and a friend were writing a group essay and we might have used some ChatGPT, which was very new at the time. This might have been 22 or 23, I don't remember. But anyways, we got kicked out for a whole year, 12 months. And so I was kind of like, what the fuck? Now what? Right? Didn't have a job, didn't have anything. Didn't have money, I had to move back home with my parents. It was embarrassing, it was bad, didn't have money. I was getting yelled at for being kicked out. It was a mess. And I was like 22 years old, grown ass man, bro. It was very embarrassing, all right? It was not a good place to be in. But because my life got worse, I got more pissed off and I wanted to make my life better. Makes sense, right? Good. So, fast forward 2023, I started trading in April. We got kicked out December. So like January, February, I was like trying to figure out what the fuck to do. I was like, do I drop ship, get a job, day trade? That was kind of like where my mind was at. I had to figure something out, right? I had all this time, I had to take advantage of it. So I started day trading. I had a friend, right, that was like into day trading. He was trading live accounts. And I basically just saw his P&L sometimes and I was like, oh, I need to get into this. And so I did. And I started with a little live account, $1,000, doubled it in like a week, thought I was the shit, lost it all the next day. I feel like that's like the original story of everyone who starts day trading. You got some beginner's luck, and then you think you're the shit, and then you just blow everything the next day. Very common, very common. So if that's you, I wouldn't sweat it. That happens to everyone. I tried again, though, with another $1,000, and I think I tried that 3 times. So I blew like $3,000. Now, was that all the money that I had at the time? Yes, it was a big chunk of it. And so after that, couldn't afford that anymore, started trading Forex accounts, which were also expensive. I paid like $800 for these fucking 200K accounts, and I bought a lot of them because I was convinced that I could just take signals and pass and make money. Didn't work out. After that, I started getting into futures firms and I started focusing more on precision entries. Small stops, small losses, big wins. I found my way of trading, right? This was easier on my mental. This was easier on my account balance. Everything was finally seeming to grow, right? Fast forward 2024, first month of 2024, Canon event. Boom. February of 2024, all-time low, rock bottom. If this is rock bottom, I was low-key here. Breakup, I got sick, blew all of my accounts, had no more money, had to pay $1,000 of rent every month. My head was about to explode, let me tell you. And so anyways, full circle, I guess, because I was trading Apex accounts at the time, and I was trading two 50K accounts. That was what I could afford. I just activated them, and I was trading them, sweating every single day, trying to get to the payout. Literally, bro, I was in college, back in college, final semester. I would go into a booth at the school, and I would trade. And that booth would get piping hot because my heart was beating out of my chest. I had to wipe my hands on my pants every 3 minutes because I was sweating so hard from clicking these buttons. And so, horrible, horrible, horrible place to be in. But it allowed me to lock in so fucking hard. I didn't make any mistakes. I couldn't afford to make mistakes. And so I made the right moves over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually, I got the payout. I got the $4,000 payout, which I thought at the time was life-saving. It hit my bank account. I was happy for 3 minutes, and I realized how fucking broke I am. I felt almost worse after getting the payout than before it. But that was a good thing because it allowed me to actually keep that locked-in mentality. And then I stayed the course, same system, same risk parameters, everything. And fast forward to May 2024, and June, July, August, it just went up from there. But May was like the first 5-figure month that I had from trading. I recovered all of my losses. I saw 5 figures hit my bank. Boom. In an instant. That shit was in my bank. I could look at it. I could touch it. Right? It was real. I can see it now. And now I also had a 10K buffer. So it was way easier for me to relax and trade and just normally trade. Breathe, not sweat. Just normal trade. Execute the system. Way easier, right? Now, June, July, August, September, October, like the rest of the year, I was on a run, bro. I had 14 250K accounts with Apex, and I just ran it up. And until they eval banned me in 2025, but can't really blame them, right? If you own a casino and someone walks in and starts counting cards and they rinse you, wouldn't you kick them out? Can't really blame them. I withdrawn like over 6 figures from them, right? I was bummed because I wanted to keep making money, but like at the end of the day, couldn't really blame them, right? Anyways, they put me on like a 2-year probation or whatever. Like they were considering me for live, and then I ended up blowing those accounts because it was just hard on my mental. I was eval banned, couldn't buy more evals, which was hard on my mental. I didn't want to blow them. So I decided to just move to a different prop firm, start flipping some small live accounts, turning like $500 into 10K, withdrawing it, trying it again. It was a little phase. But yeah, and then fast forward to today, 2026. We're here with a Ferrari paid off in cash. A TRX outside, paid off in cash. This little bug, paid off in cash, but not that impressive. And it's weird because I feel like it's all went by pretty fast, but at the same time, it's been a hell of a journey. And the process has been tedious, at least up until mid-2024. After that, I actually started like printing some money, which was like a huge relief. So it might look like it all went from 0 to 100, but it's been it's been hell for a lot of the time. Like if you just count like from 2020 to 2024, hated my life. I was like broke, lived with my parents for most of it. Like that's just embarrassing, right? Genuinely embarrassing. The point I want to get across here though is that if my life hadn't gotten worse, it also wouldn't have gotten better because I wouldn't have taken the steps to make it better. If I would have stayed in that same position, I never got kicked out of school, never had that hunger for that $100,000 that I lost in 2020, all of these things just like pile on top of each other. And it just creates this like angry, focused mindset that like, I have to do something. Genuinely something has to be done. I love those taillights, bro. If those bad things hadn't have happened, it wouldn't have pushed me to do the actual measures to change it. It's comparable to this, right? Let's say you have to travel half a mile. You might just walk in, right? You don't need a car to go half a mile, realistically. But then if you have to travel 5 miles, you're going to take the car. And it's going to actually take you a shorter amount of time to travel that 5 miles in a car that it's going to take you to walk half a mile. And so the objective is harder, but fuck that shit. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about, bro. I gotta cut this out, or maybe I'll just leave it in. Fuck it. You probably understood what I was trying to get across, bro. But yeah, anyways. If those bad things hadn't have happened to me, which at the time were devastating to me, I wouldn't be where I am at now. So if you're going through something shitty, just know that this should catapult you into action, and this should drive you to make a change. This is not God's way of saying, fuck you. This is God's way of saying, get the fuck up and do something about it. Because if you're stuck and you're comfortable, believe it or not, you're not going to do anything. If you're comfortable, you can afford food, you can afford cheap entertainment, right? Netflix, YouTube, whatever. You go out to a club and you hook up with some random bitch, like just cheap satisfaction, right? If you can attain all of that, you're comfortable. You can scroll reels on TikTok and you can afford your next meal. Like you can afford rent, all this stuff. You're comfortable. You're also stuck because you won't change because you're comfortable. So if you have an event where it fucks your life up and it makes you super uncomfortable, this is your chance to fucking catapult yourself into action and start doing something about it. Like genuinely, being uncomfortable is a blessing. All right? So let's link it up to trading, for example. If you blew 5 accounts today, that's fucking stupid. And it should make you uncomfortable because you just spent money and wasted money on nothing. You should have learned something, but realistically, you wasted a lot of money. And that should piss you off, and it should make you want to not do it again by following a set of rules. So please don't approach the victim mentality and think that the world is out to get you. No, it really isn't. It really fucking isn't. Also, back then, like 2024, early 2024, when I hit rock fucking bottom, I also started reading the Bible. Little fun fact. I was just like, everything hit me so fucking hard, bro, that I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I need to make some sense of this. And I just bought a Bible and I just started reading it. And I was like, it was just calming me down a little bit. Calming me down a little bit, which is what I needed, right? And in the Bible, if you read it and you kind of understand it a little bit, a lot of the things that happened to me started making sense, right? I could make sense of the things that happened to me through that. And that helped me a lot. And so this is basically what I'm trying to convey to you right now, is that if something bad happens to you, be grateful for it, because number one, it's going to drive you, it's going to push you to actually get out of the rut that you're in. And two, you're going to be able to look back at it and be like, holy shit, I'm grateful that I'm not in that position anymore. And for me, I'm super happy now. Looking back at it, I'm super happy that those things happened, because I can look back at it and be like, damn, like that was a really fucking shitty place to be in. And now I'm here and it's just like, what the fuck? It's insane. And it's super weird. And I don't really know how to explain it. And it's hard to grasp. Like, I don't feel like this is my car. But it's my car. And I can just go drive it right now. It's really hard to explain until you experience it yourself. But yeah, it's very weird. It's not really imposter syndrome, right? Because I've been doing this for a while, but it's just like extremely surreal. Like, I feel like I'm genuinely dreaming. So it's weird. Just know that there is a version of me out there that did not go through those things and probably has a stable job right now and is not really satisfied with where he is, but he's comfortable. And he's comfortable and unhappy and unsatisfied and unfulfilled. But he had no bad things happen to him. He was just comfortable his whole life. And that ended up getting him nowhere. This version went through a lot of bullshit. And it drove me to this place right here, which I feel fulfilled. I feel not satisfied. Like, obviously, I always want more, but like, I know that I fucking did it, bro. Like, I went from genuinely having nothing. Like, could I have gone to my parents and asked for money? Yes, 100%. Did I want to do that at the ripe age of 22? Fuck no. That's embarrassing as fuck. So, yeah, it's, I'm not going to make it any deeper than it is, but yeah, just wanted you to realize that, I guess, and know that there's a version of you that is driving your dream car. Just like there's a version of me sitting on his ass, doing jack shit. So, with that, I have to start my car because I have to go now. I love American cars. I love this thing. This is genius. Like, why do not all cars have this? It is genius. It's cold. I want to heat up my car. Anyways, yeah. I guess we could do a quick little car tour. Right, so first of all, you probably noticed the NQ1 plate. That just gives this car so much more aura, I'm not gonna lie. Other than that, this is a pretty good spec. I do want to change the rims though, but it's just black and yellow. So stepping into the car, we have this beautiful yellow interior, which I just absolutely love. I can start it up real quick. It sounds like a vacuum because I got stock exhaust on it. Okay, so it is a little loud. Yeah. I love it though. I've driven it 3 times and I'm scared shitless, so yeah. Gotta be a little careful. It is 800 horsepower to the back wheels and the engine is in the front, so there's no grip. But look at her. Ah, damn. Damn. I absolutely love this car. It's been my dream car for the past like a solid 4 years. So the fact that this is now in my garage is genuinely mind-boggling, right? Crazy stuff, crazy times we live in, huh? Anyways, you don't need to overcomplicate things. You don't need... I see some influencers post like 2,000 videos, like, holy fuck, bro, like what the fuck is going on? But yeah, don't be relying on new content all the time. Please just take what you know and run with it. Make something of your own, all right? And you should go pretty far. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I don't know what that is, but soon, I guess.